Hi and welcome to Czechast. I'm Vít Pohanka, the host, and today I have a video for you. The long road to Czechia in 4 minutes. It is about how this country came to this name, and it's a short summary of the longer audio version of Czechast that you can find easily on all the major podcast platforms. So, let's get to it. Originally known as Bohemia, this region's name derives from Boii, a Celtic tribe that inhabited these lands and was first recorded by the Roman historian Tacitus at the end of the 1st century of Common Era. Later came the Germanic and Slavic tribes, with the latter finally prevailing. There were 2 early attempts at state organization in this geographic area. Samos Union or Kingdom in the 7th century, which united the Slavic tribes against the Asiatic raiders called Avars. But it was the Great Moravian Empire, founded a century later, that left an indelible mark in the collective consciousness of people, especially in eastern part of today's Czechia. After the demise of short-lived Great Moravia in the 9th century, the powerful dynasty of the Přemyslids started its domination first of Bohemia, but soon also Moravia, Silesia and Lusatia, historic regions partly in today's Poland and Germany. Czechs was originally the name of only one of Slavic tribes from which the Přemyslids arose, but it gradually became internationally associated with all the inhabitants of the lands of the Bohemian crown, to the dismay of many Moravians and Silesians. And it remained so after the lands of the Bohemian crown became a part of a much larger Habsburg Empire in the 16th century for the next nearly 400 years. This period again saw significant territorial shifts, particularly during the Silesian Wars in the 18th century, which resulted in the loss of most of Silesia and Lusatia to Prussia. Nevertheless, the lands of the Bohemian crown remained largely autonomous political entities. The term Czechia appeared for the first time as a common name for all of them. At the end of World War I, the collapse of Austro-Hungarian Empire led to the formation of Czechoslovakia, comprising Bohemia, Moravia, part of Silesia, Slovakia and Ruthenia. The name Czechoslovakia was an oversimplification, but it became deeply ingrained internationally during most of the 20th century and survived the Nazi and communist totalitarian regimes. The fall of communism led to the peaceful breakup of Czechoslovakia in 1993, and a short one-word name was needed for the new country, officially called the Czech Republic. The debate wasn't easy, and it was almost incredibly long. It took 23 years. Eventually, it led to the formal adoption of Czechia in 2016, despite some public resistance, especially in Moravia and Silesia. Whether you like it or not, today Czechia, as an alternative to the more formal Czech Republic, is gaining traction both domestically and internationally. Thank you for tuning in to Czechast. I hope this short video gave you at least some taste of this long road that eventually led to the adoption of Czechia as a less formal name for this country. Remember, you can find the longer, more detailed audio version of this episode and many more on all major podcast platforms. Just look for Czechast. I'm Vít Pohanka, the host of Czechast, and I'm looking forward to Na viděnou.
Czechast, a podcast in English about Czech and Moravian society, history, culture and economy.